Hey,
It's working.
we are live on Twitch and on YouTube.
Yeah.
We've got cameras to stare at. This is all going to be
Yeah. So if you
slightly
see our heads going like that,
a little bit weird.
If you thought that we talked a lot without looking at the cameras before, it's going to get a lot worse today. A lot worse. And I'm constantly going to be looking over here like this because that's where my computer is, and that's where I need to see everything going on. Look at that. We're up to 14.
And it's the same temperature as the sun in this room.
Yeah,
Hence the water.
Oh, look, we got somebody from New Zealand. Hello from New Zealand.
Evenings.
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 We're now officially international on the channel. I kind of knew that before.
Yeah,
so
a little bit.
I'm going to say I'm sorry to everyone on Twitch because it looks like we're constantly looking down because we've had to set up the camera above what we're streaming the Facebook, YouTube one on.
YouTube is down here and Twitch is up there. So we've got these two cameras going, and every so often Robin will be leaning over to type on the keyboard.
Yeah, so it's going to be
professional to the last.
Yeah,
I believe.
Plus, the screen it just gets better. The screen that we're streaming Twitch on is about 4 foot away from me, and glasses, small writing.
I can just about read what's on that screen.
Yeah. So hello.
So yes, everyone. Welcome everybody on Twitch.
I don't know why I was waving at the screen over it. Hello. Oh. It's going to be one of them already, isn't it? It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. We know what we're doing.
Okay. Welcome everybody on YouTube. Welcome everybody on Twitch to our very first live Q&A.
Yeah.
Something we've spoke about doing for a little while, but we've never got around to doing it. So we thought, do you know what? We've run our 10k subscriber competition. We have a winner. We do have a winner, which we're going to announce.
One of you lucky so-and-sos.
Halfway through, I reckon, about the broadcast time, I reckon we'll announce the winner. We're going to dive into
constantly tease you.
Yeah, we might just tease a little bit.
It's not because
even Winters is on. Hello, evening Winters.
We've got YouTube royalty right there. Look at that. The man in the hat himself.
If I wish I had a flat cap. If it wasn't as hot as the sun in this room, I would be wearing a flat cap in honour of Winters. But it's really damn.
Do you know what? I went to what is it? One of these
clothing shop.
English summer fates yesterday, and there was a hat shop. Well, hat stand there. And they were selling loads of different winter style hats, and I thought, do I buy one?
Not in this weather.
I thought, nah.
Not in this weather.
There's only one man that can pull that off,
and it isn't us. Can you guys on YouTube? Can you hear us? Okay, is everything all right? Do we look all right? But it's us pair of idiots, so that's going to be a no. But can you hear us? Okay. I suppose is the question. Can somebody just quickly type that in for me?
Hello, Teesside Tyrants.
Yes, hello. Yay, we can hear. Yes, excellent. So what we're going to do is we're going to start this evening with a couple of questions. We've had loads come in. So massive, great big thank you to everybody through YouTube and through our Facebook page that has written a question for us. So the first one is by Richard McPherson. I apologise in advance if I get any of these names wrong.
We know Richard McPherson.
I know we do. That's why I managed to get his name right.
Yeah.
Right. Will you guys accept guest gamers on your channel and play against any of you guys and on your channel play against any of you guys and their armies? Yes, we do. So probably back...
Easy. Next.
Next. No, when this channel first started, we had something called Challenge the Geeks.
Thanks, Winters. I love you more too. More than him.
I've got two right here for you, Winters. When we first started this channel, we had something called Challenge the Geeks, which is where we accepted challenges from any of our viewers, and what we would normally do is meet up at Warhammer World and film the game there, because it's a nice central location. It's about half an hour away from where I live, and it's middle of the country. The rules at Warhammer World have changed now, where you can no longer meet up and film there. They have a slight problem with that.
Fun blockers.
Unless you're big time, like the Tabletop Tactics or the Winters SEO.
Or
Winters.
Yeah.
And then you're fine to go there and do it. Where are we based? We're based in the Midlands. I'm about half an hour in between Birmingham and half an hour in between Nottingham, in a little place called Tamworth, which nobody's ever heard of.
Snowdome.
Drayton Manor. Drayton Manor and the Snowdome. That's about it.
There you go.
So I'm based there. Robin's a little bit further out and is currently in the process of setting up a film studio here. So we'll have two locations we'll be able to do filming. So yes is the short answer, and then I've just given you the long answer about yes, we do. And happily get anybody on the channel. The only rules are everything just needs to be fully painted. I really can't, they stopped me filming last time. Well, do you know what? Even Winters gets into trouble at Warhammer World. Poor Winters.
So it's just obviously Lawrence. No, actually, Lawrence, whenever he's there, he's just
he's on Warhammer
TV anyway, because he's a big superstar.
So the next question is from Daniel Grant. Which one of you is the laziest when it comes to painting your minis? That's an easy one, and the answer to that is John.
When was the last time he painted anything?
The last time Jonathan actually...
When was the last time John was on anything?
He's not even here tonight.
Not even here tonight.
No, John's been really busy in real life at the moment, so he's taken a step back from the channel a little bit. He's still coming around having games and battles, but he's not as involved as us two idiots at the moment. But you know what? It's life. It happens. The last time he actually painted anything up was a turret for one of his Imperial Guard tanks in January.
That was it.
And that was the last time he paid anything.
And that was for a tournament.
And that was for a tournament. He's on about painting up his 2 knights. He's been on about that for about the last...
Well, he got the original Renegade box set. So when was that? 2 years ago?
Yeah,
approximately 2 years ago. Yeah, not paid it.
Not paid it. So that's an easy question. The answer is John.
Yeah.
John is by far the laziest. Robin takes the most time. Robin takes the longest to paint anything because...
Say it.
I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it.
He wants to say it. He does.
Robin is the best painter out of all of us. Even though I've won more painting awards.
Sorry, what?
Robin is the best painter out of all of us.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, I'm blushing.
I died a little bit inside. So Robin takes the longest, and I do good tabletop standards and can bosh out a mini in quite a quick turnaround.
Like literally a Primark in a night. All right. Night and a half.
2.
Yeah.
No, I and the latest. No, I take probably a normal amount of time to paint on 1 minute. Right, next question. So we're going to head over to things on YouTube. Guys on Twitch, ask away. Guys on YouTube, ask away. And as we spot them, we will try and answer them. We are, like I said, looking at 2 screens.
Yeah. If you've got a question on Twitch, if you just put @Geeks Wargaming, and then that will highlight so we know that it's a question that you want us to answer. Okay.
Wow, that was almost a good idea.
I know this stuff. I watch other streamers. I know how they do it, and I just copy all their ideas.
Okay, so onto YouTube questions.
I like this guy, T-Side Tyrant. He's becoming my favourite person. He's just said, "Well, I love Robin's Iron Hands."
Okay,
thank you.
What's your favourite city in the Midlands? Probably Nottingham because he's got Warhammer World. Let's all face facts. And it's got Warlord Games because we do play Bolt Action as well. So, do you know what? I'm actually going to say Nottingham. And it's a really good night out. And I've had a few good nights out in Nottingham.
Yeah, Nottingham's all right, isn't it?
Are you going to play Adeptus Titanicus? Is the question from Winters there. Yes. Oh, God, yes. We will be playing that game. Why haven't we seen more Iron Hands on the channel? That is a good question. Robin, why have we not seen more Iron Hands on the channel?
I'll ask my wife. Why haven't I been able to play as much? She's in the kitchen. I'm getting evils now. Forget our stuff.
Yeah, we are getting evils.
Yeah, it's just a case of time. I don't get as much time to actually play games because it means I live in Wolverhampton, which is about 45 minutes away from Richard, and the amount of time that it actually takes to film. Anyone that's tried to do it, I'm sure will appreciate. It does actually take quite a while to do, so it's not like I could just pop over for an evening and do it. It's a whole day, so it means trying to schedule in a whole day to do a battle. So we try and go with what's hot. So, like, we did Knights recently, yes, I know I got the Relic Realm Guard, and the internet loved that, didn't they?
I don't know if you did get it wrong. I think that
I got it wrong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got it wrong. We completely got it wrong. That's why I thought
whoa,
I got it wrong.
Whoa. Listen, we got it wrong. You got it wrong.
Yeah, I got it wrong. I don't know. But hey, it's just one of them things. You know, sometimes you read things, you play it that way, and then you go, oh, actually, no.
Okay, that's good, because I hate your nuts. Right, there's 2 questions that have just popped up. So the first one was from Hendrik. Hello.
Hey, Henny.
Where's
my chocolate?
Yeah, where's our chocolate? And that was, have I paid up my Age of Sigmar miniature that I won at the No Retreat when I came last with no points? No, I swapped it for more 40k stuff at Wargames last time I was up there. Managed to get rid of that. Winters has just put in about playing Adeptus Titanicus against another YouTuber. Maybe. I mean, if Lawrence is free and Tabletop Tactics wants to have a game, more
we
than
could get down
happy.
to London, on the train,
or Hellstorm Wargaming, or Blacktoe Studios, or
any
maybe
of
the Dark
those.
Artisan.
Any of those.
Yeah, any
maybe
of
not
those.
Harry.
Mate, wow, wow, a little harsh.
Love you, Harry. If you're watching.
Kill Team Vid's coming. Ooh.
Kill Team, yeah. Kill Team Vids. Yeah, I think so, because it's going to be really easy for us to get into, because you need a squad of 40k miniatures, which everyone's got. And you need scenery, which we've got a lot of. And that might actually, looking at it, because obviously how you play it on a smaller, well, you can play it on a smaller area. I think it's like 2x2.
Yeah.
I can even easily do that on this dining room table. So that might actually open it out to me being able to produce more content this end.
Yes, please.
Potentially.
That would be nice.
Yeah, just need some
just
opponents.
Me on my own.
Yeah, just need some opponents.
You've got 3 questions coming up on.
Yeah, one's from Pete, so that doesn't count. And also, I can't actually read it, so you'll have to read it.
Hang on a minute. Let me do. Right, what do you both enjoy playing the most, army-wise? For me,
it's a good question, Pete. Actually,
I'm actually going to say my orcs. I know the orcs are a little bit.
Don't.
Do you know what I do? I've always got.
You always win. You always like doing that.
The problem is with orcs at the moment is we're missing a codex. We know that, but they are great fun to play. Almost Space Wolves, but again we're missing our codex. Ultramarines. I love my Ultramarines. My 30k Ultramarines are just amazing, and I love them to bits. But from fun, it's probably going to be my orcs. Right, what's the next question? I can't believe you can't read this. Are you?
Well, I don't get to answer. This is the Richard show.
Yeah, it is the Richard show. Go on. Oh yeah, sorry, Robin. Sorry, Robin. What's your favourite army? It's because you've got A, so many, and B, you buy some and then sell them or return them and then never do anything with them.
Yeah, all right. I'm a bit like a magpie.
Who
isn't like that?
Oh, shiny.
Who isn't like that? Sees a new codex comes out, goes, oh, I'm going to buy all of that, and then it sits in your bed for 6 months, and you think, I'm never going to play that, and then it all gets returned or eBayed. We've all done it, I'm sure.
Favourite army to play? Come on.
My favourite army? I really like playing my Blood Angels.
Yeah.
I think they were like the first army that got me back into 40k, which probably linked to some questions that I'm sure
there are some questions along those lines.
So that's what got me back into 40k, and I just like that kind of aggressive, sort of in your face, assaulty army.
Yeah.
So I did quite enjoy that, but I like all my armies.
Yeah.
I wouldn't play them if I didn't like them. So
Winters has just asked, linked to that a little bit, is what is your favourite army to play against? None of Robin's.
My favourite army to play against.
I think I know mine.
Is tricky one.
Shall I go?
Yeah, go on then. You go.
I'm going to say Drakari. I really enjoy playing against Drakari.
Against Drakari?
I really enjoy playing against Drakari.
Wait a second. Have you played them since their new codex?
Yes, I played them at the Wolverhampton little tournament that we did.
You're clearly a sadist.
Right, there is
clearly a sadist.
A part of a reason why I enjoy playing Drakari, and that's because
you like getting your dick kicked off.
Yeah, no, because I now have a Drakari army. It's about 1,000 points, 1,500 points at the minute. It's just been returned to me. It's been off to be painted because I really don't have time, and they're looking really good. So there will be a video coming up very soon showcasing that new army, and I'm really looking forward to getting them on the battlefield.
I think I like playing most things apart from Eldar, to be honest with you. I don't like Eldar or Drakari, anything that can just like spam mortal wounds and just craziness like that. Most things though, it depends on your opponent rather than the army, I think, because you can come against a completely horrendous army like Max, our mate, GT winner. He always brings absolutely horrendous armies because he's a tournament player.
Sorry, crawling on me, sorry.
But he's a real good guy to play. So I think it's more down to who your opponent is rather than the army that you're playing.
Yeah, that's probably a fair point. I think.
Yeah, because I love playing against Richard, whatever army he is, because I know I'm going to win.
It's fair. Right, let me just jump on to some of the questions that are on YouTube. So Daniel Grant again, who we just answered one. Who takes the longest to get ready, like a woman getting ready to go out to record your videos? The answer to this is actually Robin. Robin comes around my house. He hasn't written his list. He's got about 6 different boxes of Iron Hands and Blood Angels and Knights and God knows whatever else are in these boxes, and Blood Bowl sometimes.
Yeah, that's fair.
And goes, I haven't written a list yet. And the table's ready to go, the studio lights are ready, I'm ready to go, my army's out on the train, my list is
Because it's at
written.
his house, and I've had to travel 45 minutes to get there and pack all my stuff.
And the other thing that Robin does as well constantly is goes, where's the camera? Because obviously we use
I'm really good at that here.
One of the things that we do is we use our phones for filming, and I know Windows does as well. Because the quality of the camera on modern day phones is absolutely fantastic, and he is useless. And where's the camera? Especially when we're doing our bits to camera.
I have no idea where the camera is on this. Oh, right, okay, there you go.
See?
Hello, I'm looking at you.
Twitch, help me. Help me out, Twitch.
We got a couple of questions on Twitch, actually.
Okay.
Can you read these?
Yeah, you can do.
Which is your favourite Chaos God? Nurgle.
Which is the one with the girls with the boobs out?
Slanesh.
That one.
There you go. Nurgle. I've always wanted to do a Nurgle army. I nearly did a Death Guard army. I bought loads of stuff. And then I just thought, I just can't be bothered to start a whole new army at the moment. So I flogged it all. And then I started Knights. But Knights are easy, aren't they? It's 4 models. 4 big models.
There's an interesting question here from the T-Side Tyrants, who are on our stream. What was it, or what was the moment that got you hooked onto this hobby? And I still remember it was going around to this Muppet's house probably when I was about 12.
Probably.
And I'm old now. I'm not as old as Winters, but I'm getting there.
He's nearly as old as Winters.
I'm almost as old as Winters.
Yeah,
but yeah, so I was
Winters is 53.
So yeah, I popped around this idiot's house after school, which is where we know each other from, and he had...
Obviously, I was first year and he was my teacher.
I was a year above Robin at school, and he had some of his miniatures out at the time, and I was like, oh, what's this? And then there's Pete, who's in our Twitch stream at the moment, who had which you two had Space Wolves. Is that Pete?
I had Space Wolves.
You had the Space Wolves, didn't you? And you had Bjorn.
Yeah, Bjorn fell
the original, the old metal,
the old
Bjorn.
Ragnar Black Male model. Oh, wait, sorry, the current Ragnar Black Male model.
And
Black Mane. Black Mane. Yeah, Ragnar Black Mane. I always get the names wrong, as we know.
So I went around his house, saw these miniatures, and thought, "Oh, what is this? I need to get me some of this action." And that was pretty much the moment. And I actually think...
Was this even a question?
Yeah, it was, yeah. What was the moment that first got you hooked into the
hobby? Right, okay.
Do you pay any attention to what I'm saying or doing?
No, when you're talking.
And the other thing is, as well, we went to Games Day in 1995.
Mm-hmm.
And that was at the NIA in Birmingham. And that was awesome. And I loved every single minute of that. And that, at that point, that's what really got me hooked into this hobby.
Yeah.
For a couple of years, and then I found beer and women, and then went off the hobby because it was far too geeky.
Yeah. My moment getting into the hobby was actually thanks to Pete, who's in the Twitch chat. It is all Pete's fault, actually. Yeah, I think we went on holiday, didn't we, Pete? With your mom in a caravan somewhere, and I think you showed me a White Dwarf comic, White Dwarf magazine or something. So I thought, oh, sorry, I've got some holiday money, so I bought that. And then me and Pete just spent the whole of that holiday then just looking at that White Dwarf magazine, and it was one I've still got it upstairs somewhere. It's it's one of these tatty old things, but it had, I think it was Jervis Johnson had done like a little bit of a showcase page of everything that he had painted up.
Yeah. And
the miniature that really got it for me, really randomly, was the original Imperial Assassin. I really loved that miniature.
Yeah.
And that was what sort of then got me hooked. So I then found out that Games Workshop had their own sort of stores. So I think again, me and Pete probably went over to Coventry because that was our most local one at the time. And I went and picked up a little pack of a blister pack of Swooping Hawk models.
Probably cost you about 50p back in the day.
Swooping Hawks. Yeah.
I'm going to need some more water. It's really hot. Sorry. Right. So
This guy is drank literally gallons since I've been here. I haven't even finished my brew.
I can't believe you
finished
got
my brew.
I can't believe you got a cup of tea. And to answer, I think it was SY's question. Yes, we are British. He's drinking tea, and it's about 30 degrees. Right. Question.
Now on the hard stuff.
Question for John from Jay Stevens. Does he want to give me all of his models? Yes, he does. Might as well.
Does John want to give? Do you want John's models?
Yeah. Have you seen them? Okay. Okay. We've got a two-parter from Eye of Terror Gaming. Okay.
Go on then. Two-parter.
What armies did you originally start out with, and which army do you like but have never got round to collecting? Ooh.
So I started with.
It's a good question.
Like when I very first got into it, because I think when you're a kid, because we got into it quite young. I think I was about 10 or 11 when I first got into it.
Yeah.
And you just buy models that you like. You don't even
Rule of cool.
realize. You don't even realize that there's a game. You know, it's just like toys to you at that age, I think. So, like I say, I bought some Sweeping Hawks over the first things that I bought. Then I think I bought some of the classic Dark Reapers.
I can't remember them.
And then, me and Pete used to go into the Games Workshop in Coventry quite a lot, and they used to do orc knobs in a single blister pack, and they were £2.50. And
yeah, they were the days.
£2.50 for an orc.
An orc paintbrush for that. Nowadays.
Yeah. So obviously, with your pocket money back in the day, it was like great. Every weekend I could go and just get a new orc knob. So and they had like so there was like the Blood Axe one, there was Goth one, there was a Bad Moon one. So each week I just went and collected loads of little dudes like that. But then when I properly got into it and actually bought an army, it was when I kind of got back into the hobby in my early 20s after I found my wife, bagged her, and
then got back into hobby, which is my fault.
Got back into the hobby, which was his fault because he got back into it before me. But it was also when Necrons got re-released in all the plastics, and there was the plastic. The plastic warrior kit, and then there was all the metal immortals and the metal. Yeah. So I then just went out and bought a ruckload of Necron stuff.
Ethan, like not long. We're going to get through some of these questions, then we're going to announce the winner.
We are.
Army that you've always wanted but have never ever done.
Chaosy, any sort of chaos army, really.
Lake District versus Snowden. I'll answer that. Snowden, easy. Next.
Probably. Easy. Any type of chaos army, like I say, I like Nurgle, I like Death Guard. It was just having the type. It's
all of these armies you have bought at some point and then have sold on. Even an Age of Sigmar army at one point and got rid of that.
I've still got half of it.
Got
half of it, to be honest.
So for me, I started out with Space Marines. The very first thing I ever brought for this hobby was.
Wait. Before you answer this, wait a second. Right, Pete, in the Twitch chat, write the name of that army.
So I remember buying I had for Christmas as a Christmas present the second edition box set, the one with the Orcs and Space Marines in that had the Crimson Fists on the front cover. That was the very, very first thing that I was bought, and I absolutely loved it. And yes, I did my own Legion.
There you go.
I'll rephrase that because I redid my own chapter, and being a big Star Wars fan that I am, I did them as looking as stormtroopers because let's face it, they do kind of look like stormtroopers, and that's what I did at the age of 12. And they were called Brotherhood of the Emperor. That was my chapter's name. Or, as Robin is probably about to tell you, the nickname that these idiots gave my chapter was...
The Galactic Bum Marines.
The Galactic Bum Marines.
12-year-old boys.
Yeah. Best Star Wars film, Rogue One. I'm going to go controversial and go Rogue One. Rogue One is the best Star Wars film. Army that I've always wanted but have never ever collected. Oh, do you know what? I don't know, actually. Really don't know. I'm actually going to go a little bit controversially in that. I might actually go the New Age of Sigmar ghosty models, what they're called.
Yeah, but you haven't always wanted that.
No, because they're quite new. But that's lots of them going, oh, shiny.
Yeah,
they look really cool. I'm going to say Eldar. Eldar I've always liked.
Such a power gamer, isn't he? Jesus.
It's not going to make any difference. I'm still going to lose. So yeah, so let's have a look.
Should I get another one from Twitch?
Go on, then go get another one from Twitch.
See,
I've got an Orky question in a second.
Frag Minis. Let's have a look. What's your favourite army currently in 40k?
Favourite army in 40k? Ultramarines. Such a boring answer, that is, isn't it?
Currently, I'm really like Knights.
Wow, and you just called me a power gamer. Holy shit!
Yeah, and that's strong. It's strongish, but you know, if you know how to play, you'll beat them.
Yeah, that is true. There was a question just there is
I went there.
There was a question just about Rich. Oh, and Robin, I imagine. Would I ever want to get into? Would we ever want to get into Age of Sigmar? It's becoming more tempting. The more and more that
I do,
he does. The more that I played 8th edition, the more that I am tempted to get into Age of Sigmar, and the learn to play videos that Games Workshop have been doing.
Oh, with that really hot chick.
With the really hot chicken.
That really has got my interest.
The really hot American chick from what's it? Geeks and Sundry?
Yeah.
Geeks and Sundry.
She's a magnificent woman.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So yes is the short answer. Right. Question. What's the most enjoyable tournament you've ever been to? Do you know what, Henny? I think that is probably going to be the Gibraltar no retreat. It's not. It's basically we went for 4 days over to Gibraltar from the UK. Arrived on the Thursday, so we had Thursday, Friday, chilling out, meeting up with loads of people that we know, meeting up with the Tabletop Tactics guys and loads of other YouTubers that are there, apart from Winters, and basically loads of people that we call friends. And then 2 days of gaming, and then fly home on the Monday. So it's not just about the gaming and the tournament; it's about the social element as well. Going out for food after, going out having a few beers.
Yeah, so, great. I love it.
I love Gibraltar, and don't get me wrong, some of the other tournaments that we've been to have been fantastic, whether they be up in Southport at Wargames or whether they are at Warhammer World. They are brilliant, but there's just something very, very special about going over to the SN guys over in Gibraltar and spending 4 days over there.
So if you can get yourself in there,
it's
definitely apply next time. It's definitely worth going.
Unless Winters is going, and then definitely.
Yeah. But all tournaments, I mean, when we set up this channel, we weren't like tournament players. Not that we're tournament players now. We just are people that attend tournaments, you know. But
we're not power gamers at all.
We don't go expecting to win. We just like to play 40k, and have
a laugh.
Yeah, and it's a weekend where you get to play 5 or 6 games all in one day. So it's
it is. And also from a YouTube point of view, it's a good way of publicising your channel, because you're walking around with your t-shirt on, whether it be at Warhammer World again or up and about. There's always people that have never heard of your channel and do all that kind of stuff. So it's a good way of getting out there and meeting new people that you've never met.
That's the main thing for me.
I really enjoy that.
Yeah,
part of it.
if you haven't ever gone to a tournament, I'd always say, you know, give it a try. Because there'll be people there that are going to bring absolutely horrible lists and will absolutely destroy you. Not me. But the good thing is, you only have to get beaten by somebody like that once, and then you'll be on the bottom table, and you'll be playing somebody that's got a crap army like you. Great. As Rich will tell you every tournament.
Do you know what? It is good. No, do you remember that tournament I went to and I won the first 2 games, and then ended up in the deep end with all the big boys, and I was like, oh God, what am I doing up here? And then literally got my ass kicked.
Yeah, didn't win one.
Oh, that was Simon. Thank you, mate. Right, Orky question. If you could change Orc rules in any way, what would you change? Now, I already know the answer to this. For me, anyway, as an Orc player, I already know the answer to this.
I think if you read the fluff, they're supposed to be like, yes, they're like a big horde, the green tide and everything like that, but they're supposed to be nigh on unstoppable, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
So to me, I think they should have like feel no pain, or make them toughness 5, something like that.
So totally agree with all of that. Plus a 4-up armor save. I'm sorry, Ard boys were worth their weight in gold in 7th edition.
I think you can do one or the other. You can't give them a 4-up save and toughness 5.
Then I would take a 4-up save.
A 4-up save and a feel no pain.
Because literally,
6-up feel.
Literally, an Imperial Guard guy can sneeze in the general direction of an Orc and kill it. Where a 4-up save, it gives you a little bit of resilience.
5-up feel no pain. Yeah. Any advance on 5-up feel no pain?
Do I hear a 4-up feel no pain? So yeah.
Tell you what, stick an Eldar badge on it, and it'll be a 3-up feel no pain. Why not?
with a two-up rerollable.
Two-up re-rollable.
Can you read that from here, blind boy?
Right. Should heresy? This is from Craig Minutes again.
Oh, we're about.
Should heresy? Oh, this is.
Oh, we're gonna
a loaded
enter.
question. For me, yes, I don't like 7th edition. That's the reason why I'm not playing heresy anymore. That's the reason why you're not seeing as many Iron Hands on battle reports, because it was mainly, well, it was kind of built at 50-50. I could do it in 30k, do it in 40k.
Yeah,
so I'm not doing it in 30k anymore. So that's why you're not seeing as many Iron Hands battle reports. But yeah, I think this should, maybe not exactly, but I think it needs something.
So I play more Warhammer. I play more Horus Heresy games than our Robin here. I've been to a tournament recently held by Greetings in the Warp, which was great fun. That was a really good tournament. However, when 8th edition first came out, hands up, I did not enjoy it. I thought, what is this? I don't like this version of the rule set of 8th edition. I really didn't enjoy it at all. As time has gone on, I like it more and more and more, to the point where I'm even tempted to go Age of Sigmar. When you then go back and play Horus Heresy, you kind of realise how broken 7th edition is.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I still enjoy playing Heresy and I really, really like it. However, there are certain things within that rule set that drastically need to change, D being one of them.
D.
Yeah, he hates D in Heresy. Something needs to drastically change in Heresy.
I'm not about the D.
There's a confession.
Hardly.
No, that's true. No, to be honest, I thought you were.
For you, it would be a confession.
Are you guys pro gamers or just hobby?
Just hobby.
Just hobby, probably. We enjoy going to tournaments. We're never going to win a tournament. Saying that, I have. With the lads like Sean Canning and Callum, we got Best Army, which was a narrative event.
He was part of a team.
We were part of a
went
team.
to a narrative event,
and then
we all took a dick kicking list.
We all took dick kicking lists, and then somehow
like clubbing seals.
Somehow won Best Army. I have no idea. So we kind of won that event
because you were with like a couple of gold demons standing painters.
Wilf and Callum are amazing painters. Yes, I will say. And Sean Canning brought his army. But yeah, do you know what? It's more about the hobby. But going back to Heresy, I still love it. So Ed, who appears on the channel, the famous and
world famous
Mr. Edward Barfield,
the man with the famous crotch.
Yes, that's the one. Has kind of given up a little bit on Heresy. He's now concentrating on 40k because he prefers that rule set, which is a big thing considering he's the reason why I got into Heresy in the first place, because he was literally badgering me every single bloody weekend to go start a Heresy army. Winters has just asked a question about what's our favourite YouTube channel. Doesn't have to be 40k related. Sure as hell ain't Winters SEO. But no, I don't mind Winters SEO. I think it's a very nice channel. He's got a lovely, lovely, lovely voice, as everybody knows out there. He's got such a lovely British accent.
Oh, it's just like butter, isn't it? It's just like, oh, it's lovely.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Favourite YouTube channel?
Just had it confirmed.
Yeah,
Richard is all about the D.
Breaking news. No, not really.
Richard's all about the D.
Yeah, do you know what? Hit the single boy while he's down, why don't you? Oh, Jesus.
With the D.
Don't hit me with the D. I would like a girlfriend at some point. Jesus. Favourite YouTube channel? For me, it's going to be movie related because I'm also a massive movie geek, and it's a channel called Jeremy Johns. He does movie reviews and things like that, but he does about 8 minutes. He's very truthful with them. He's a massive Star Wars fan as well. And I really enjoy his format and how he does his videos, to the point where I can even say his closing bit of his YouTube videos word for word because I watch every single one of them. That is how sad I am. Robin, what's yours? Please say it's dwarf porn.
Damn it. She's got me. For me, there's probably two that I watch the most when I'm not sort of watching anything 40k related. There's a guy called Jesse Cox.
We're back to that, are we?
Back to the Cox. Jesse Cox, he's a big American YouTuber. He does a lot of gaming stuff, but he does just some funny content. He does some role play stuff as well. So he's quite a mixed bag of stuff that he does.
Yeah.
So I watch him a lot, and then I also watch a channel called Cultaholic because I am a massive geek and I really like wrestling as well. And Cultaholic is all about wrestling.
We're all about the geeks. Hence the name. Hence the name. There was 2 questions in there. So one of the questions that just popped up on YouTube was, do we read any Black Library novels? Yes. I read the Horus Heresy novels. I'm up to Path of Heaven with the White Scars. Kind of stuck on that book, written by a guy called Chris Ray, who is good. He's a good author, but he's not my favourite, so I struggle with it. And it's White Scars, and they're a little bit boring. And that's the reason why I've got a Horus Heresy Ultramarines armies because of
I don't read any.
It's because of no fear. So yes, I do. And then there's a question about favourite movie. I'm going to say Shawshank Redemption or American History X. For me, they're my two big ones.
Oh,
Please don't say a porn film.
You're the single one. Mine, I like Inception. That's really good.
Is he asleep or is he awake?
Who knows? I really liked Dunkirk.
Yeah, that was a good film. I like that.
Was really good.
That was really good.
I quite like sort of Asian cinema and that type of thing. But I quite like, yeah.
Never heard that before. You've kept that to yourself over the last 20 odd years.
Yeah, I like sort of a bit of manga and stuff like that. But
okay. I think meant like
more sort of more mainstream. I like Hero, which was kind of it was very it's like it's about the first emperor of China, but it's actually executive produced by Quentin Tarantino. So it's got quite a lot of Western take to the story as well. So but that's really good. I like that.
Shall we rattle through some of these ones very quickly? Will you do some
We could do one of these about every week at this rate.
Yeah, we could do. Will you do some Kill Team battle reports when released? Yes. Are you open narrative or match play? Any?
I don't know. No, I don't like open.
I'll bring what you want. Let's have a fight. Okay.
Matched narrative.
Yeah. Do you think the Warhammer 40k Kill Team will fizzle out? Yeah, probably. I think it's just a quick release, and then once they're done with Kill Teams, what else are they going to do for our armies?
It's a bit like they've got loads of stuff like that now. You know, they've got Necromunda, which is like a squad based thing. I don't see.
Depth of Titanicus is going to be the next big thing, I think.
Yeah, I don't see what market they're going for with that. I mean,
it's heresy. It's based in.
No, not Titanicus.
Oh, do you mean Kill Team?
Yeah. It's like okay. I think it's a good way of getting people that haven't played 40k into the hobby, because you've got everything that you want in that box. You've got scenery, you've got board, and you've got two armies.
Yeah. Well, they always
and then you can expand from there.
Well, they always said, didn't they? Well, they didn't say that. I mean, it's kind of known in the community. Age of Sigmar is your entry point as a kid. Then you had 40k, and then you had Horus Heresy, which is for grown-ups with lots of money and no sense of what the hell they're doing with it, and they're going to Forge World and drop £1,000 on stuff. So Kill Team, I think, is probably going to bridge that gap between maybe an Age of Sigmar player going into 40k, maybe, or like you said, somebody new coming into the hobby. They don't want to spend. They don't want to spend the massive amount of money on the box set. Get the Kill Team, give it a go. What do they think?
I think
that'll be.
Necromunda's been very, very successful, and I think they're trying to cash in a bit on that.
Adeptus Titanicus is probably a game for people who can't afford the big stuff, the big boy toys.
Are you crazy?
In thinking, mind you, saying that.
Have you seen how much that box is going to be?
There is no confirmed price yet on the box set. Now, apparently, rumor has it it's going to be in the next White Dwarf, which is out on the 3rd of August. So a week on Friday. So apparently the price is going to be confirmed in there. I think personally, hand on heart, and I know I did a video saying about 200, 250 quid. I think it's going to be about 150, 170 quid mark for the big granddaddy box set. And then the Titans on their own are probably going to be about 80, 90 quid each.
If you look at the size of a knight, because I thought when I first saw the Warlord, I thought it was the same size as an Imperial Knight.
It's not.
It's not. It's quite a bit smaller because it's not on the same size base. It's quite a lot smaller. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, it's all kicking up about the price.
Started something here.
The granddaddy box set where you get 2 Warlord Titans, you get 3 Knight, you get 6 Knights, I think, and you get all of the buildings, plus dice, rules book, and everything like that. That is not going to be anywhere. That's going to be the 150 quid mark. Yeah. That is got to be price entry point for that, hasn't it?
Yeah, because you can just buy just the rules. I've seen you can buy like a rule book and then all the data cards and that, but it's got no models in it. I don't see who would buy that. Yeah. Who would buy that?
I don't know. Let's have a look. I'm
You've
just
got no
scrolling
models to
through.
play with.
Will you make a Horus Heresy Battle Report Ultramarines
It's
versus
a
Robin
fly-in
Iron Hands?
What a what, sorry?
Make a Horus Heresy Battle Report Richie's Ultramarines versus Robin's Iron Hands. I am
Yeah.
more than happy to do that.
It has been done before, hasn't it? Here we go. Come on, tell them all about it.
So me and Robin were drawn against each other in the GT at Warhammer Fest, not this year, last year, in about game 3 or 4, something like that.
Yeah,
and I smashed his face in. I might as well have just gone bosh. I tabled him in 4 turns, something like that. And yeah, everybody died.
Just rolled a lot of 6s.
Basically, there was one moment, wasn't
Just
there?
literally rolled 6s.
I was shooting his Spartan, and it had 4. I'm trying to get this right. 4 hull points left.
4 hull points left.
And I needed
I'm a 14.
And I needed 6s.
6s just to like glance it.
And I had 4 dice, and I rolled, and I'm not joking, 4 6s.
Boom.
Brilliant. Loved it.
He also did the same to my Leviathan. I didn't save anything. And basically, at the end of the first turn, I think I had Ferrus Manus.
No, here we go.
That's all I had.
Here's a good question. How many armies do each of you have? Right, so here we go. So, Chaos Space Marines, Orcs, Space Wolves, Ultramarines 30k, Ultramarines 40k.
No, that doesn't count.
Okay,
That's one
all
army.
Right, Ultramarines, and now Drakari. So I'm up to 5.
I got Blood Angels, Iron Hands, Imperial Knights, Admech. And that's it.
You need another army.
And then I've got Human Blood Bowl team.
Oh, here we go.
Dwarf Blood Bowl team. Yeah, we won't go into all the Blood Bowl teams, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to work my way through.
Let's see if there's any more on the old Twitch.
So there was a question here. Any plans to expand the Horus Heresy Ultramarines? And if so, what direction would you take the army? Yes, I would love to expand my Ultramarines, definitely. What direction would I take them in? Do you know what? That's a very good question. And the answer is, I don't know. How many unpainted figures? Oh, okay.
Oh,
well, I've got to.
Just in this room alone.
Well, looking around, yeah, quite a few. Well, I've got a Reaver Titan that's had the panels painted by our good friend John up in Liverpool.
Yeah, Golden Demon.
Golden Demon pin winner. He's painted the panels, and I still haven't. And I've had that 2 years this December. We need to do that, dude.
Yeah. We'll do a video. In fact, we might do a live stream of that.
Yeah, we could
see us shouting and
we could do a
live.
Don't
do that, you idiot!
Could we see Blood Bowl battle reports on your channel?
There
already is.
There already is one, and also there's some tactical videos that we did with a guy called Andy Davo. Andy Davo is, I think up until very recently, he was #1 in the world at the Dark Elf team.
He's doing pretty good.
He's pretty good. He streams a lot on Twitch. Yeah. In fact, he's streaming now, so we'll probably hand over to him after we've done this. Yeah, he streams a lot on Twitch, and he's very, very good. But yeah, I've done sort of a couple of videos. It is something that I mean to do, but Rich doesn't play Blood Bowl.
Rich refuses to play Blood Bowl.
Yeah, it's
has done since he was 12.
Yeah, there's only one other person that plays Blood Bowl regularly, which is my mate Dan, who you've seen on the channel a bit. He does some of the Corn Demon stuff.
Yeah, we had him on the channel with Corn Demon. And,
yeah,
40k battle reports.
But he works like
shifts.
nights and shifts and stuff like that, so it's like quite hard to do.
Do you want to answer some of those questions that are on the
Twitch?
Let's
have a look on some of the Twitch, so we're not ignoring you guys.
Who is the winner? Okay. Oh, we shall do that.
Oh.
Let's do 2 more questions, and then we shall announce the winner.
2 more questions.
2 more questions, and we shall announce the winner.
What is your favourite and least favourite edition of 40k, and why?
Least favourite edition of 40k.
Do
you know what? I'm going to say 7th. Formations. As soon as they put formations in,
and D
ruined it. So basically, one of the things that I enjoyed, I went to a tournament recently. Well, not recently, last year, and it was 6th edition, so you weren't allowed to take any formations or anything like that, and that was awesome fun. It was so much fun. 7th edition formations for me. You going to agree with that one?
Yeah, 7th edition. I mean,
it's quite an easy one. I think probably a lot of people say the same as well.
We've been in the hobby for absolute years, but I think we only actually started properly playing games from probably what 4th
So we came in second edition.
Yeah, but didn't really play. Well, we were so young, you kind of just don't even read the rules, do you? You just like roll dice. Oh, I've killed you. Sorry, mate.
I don't do that now. That's what I do. That's what I do now. You dead? Yes, you're dead.
I'm sure you can see by the YouTube comments that we get that we don't read the rules.
Then we went off the hobby. We, like I said, we found beer and going out and things like that. So we kind of went off the hobby for quite some time. And then I was out and about. I was actually in Birmingham, and I walked into a Waterstones, and there on the shelf was this book, the very first Horus Heresy novel, and I was like, "What's this?" Picked it up, read the back, and went, "I need to buy this." And I was with a girl at the time. We were living together, and I read.
Was that girl your ex-wife?
Yeah, that'd be the one. Be the ex-wife. So I read the book and went. I literally put the book down and went, going to my dad's. Came back with all the stuff out of the loft and went, boom, here's all my minis. And she went, what the hell is all this crap? And then he came round and I was like, dude, you need to have a look at these novels. And then we played some Carpet Hammer. And then it kind of exploded from there, didn't it?
Yeah, it's the worst and best thing ever, Carpet Hammer.
Oh, it is. But then that kind of led up.
It's worse as old as you get. The older you get, because your knees go.
Yeah, that is true. So that kind of led on a little bit. So myself and Peter, we went down to our local Games Workshop, went down to our Veterans Night down there. It's how I know Ed and loads of people's like that. People's. And then that kind of changed, and then we moved, and they set up their own gaming club, and we were down there, and then we were watching Striking Scorpions and Mini Wargaming, and decided, why didn't we have a go at doing this? We've been in the hobby for quite some time. We've played quite a lot of these games. We kind of know what we're doing. Why don't we have a go at doing a YouTube channel? And Winters and Tabletop Tactics are set up in the same year. I think ourselves and Winters are about a month apart.
Yeah,
something like that.
Inspired him.
He sold first, by the way. Yeah, he's about a month earlier than us. So there was a lot of really good YouTube channels, not including us, starting up at about the same time. So we were like, we can do. It was one of them things, wasn't it? On a Friday night, we'd get a message from Pete going, "There's a new Striking Scorpions battle report up," and then we'd all sit down and watch it. And I'm like, hang on a minute, why don't we do this? Why don't we have a go at doing this? And that's what happened. And we started Geeks Wargaming, or Geeks 40K as it was back in the day before we changed the name. So that's where the YouTube channel came from.
Yeah.
And it's taken over our lives.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit crazy.
And I'm sure Winters will agree. So, I mean, for filming a 40K battle report, so a normal 40K battle report will take 4-5 hours to film, rule checking, stopping and starting with your filming, rule checking, stopping and starting for your filming and all that kind of stuff. And then we do intros and outros to the camera, so they take a little bit longer as well,
especially with all the outtakes.
Yeah, that is true. And then editing on top, so editing on top can take 2, 3, 4 hours on top of that. So you're talking a good 8-9 hours for an hour and a half, 2 hour battle report that goes onto YouTube. So there's a hell of a lot of time invested from us and all the other YouTubers out there to produce this kind of content for you guys. And I hope it's good. I really do. We've recently hit over 10,000 subscribers, and it is a massive thank you to everybody out there. That
does take so long.
It does take ages. That's new subscriber. That's just, like I said on one of the last videos, that started on this journey with us, or any of our original subscribers have been following us from the very start, Winters being one of them. It's been a
shout out to Isaac. Just ask for a shout out.
You just asked for a shout out. Yes. Hi, Isaac.
You ask for it, you get it on this channel.
Careful. Yeah, somebody's getting John's army.
Somebody's getting John's army, and you're getting the D.
So yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, we couldn't do this without you guys out there, and we wouldn't do this without you guys out there. We enjoy what we do.
Love you, Isaac.
We enjoy doing the content. We enjoy doing the YouTube stuff, and it's kind of weird. I've said this before. So inside of you've got the 40K community. And inside of that, you've got the tournament community who all really get on. And then inside of that, you've got all the YouTuber community, and we all really get on. So it's kind of like a 3-tiered family, if that makes sense. And being part of the YouTuber and counting people like Winters SEO as friends is great. And Lawrence and Tabletop Tactics and the other guys in Tabletop Tactics, and Black Toe
Yes, you can.
Studios, and all
Yes,
that
you
kind
can.
all that kind of stuff. Did somebody just ask for 2 thumbs up?
Yeah. Told you I'll do anything. Was that slap Richard in the face with a wet kipper? Hey, all, we got a wet kipper.
Like you've got a wet kipper. Shall we do the announcement of the winner of our 10,000 subscriber giveaway competition? Should we do that? Wet Willy for Richard. No. I haven't cleaned me. No. Go on, do it. I don't care.
There you go. Asking you shall receive.
Any tips for us, we smaller channels then? Stick with it. Give it time. Persevere, I think.
Collaborate with a larger channel.
Yeah, collaborations do
Thanks,
work.
Winters.
Well, I still remember the first time the Winters ever...
And Idic.
Yeah, and Idic beer.
Legend.
And Idic beer for that matter as well. I still remember the first time that Winters ever commented on one of the videos. There's a video right back in the years that we've been doing this now. Can I get a shout out to Matt Ward?
Matt Ward.
No.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yes, push go. So yeah, so Winters.
Who's he?
So Winters put so Winters put a comment on a video that I did about the top 5 Horus Heresy novels, and it wasn't a comment, it was an essay. It was absolutely massive. And then we started messaging each other through YouTube at the time, and then met up, filmed, and that helped out our channel. I hope it helped out Winters' channel at the time. And you know, Winters has gone on to big and better things, and he's doing really, really well. So, and the guys out there, please say hello to Fairly Normal and Al Redbeard. Whoop. There you go. Hello. Right. Competition.
You got it.
Competition time. Let's concentrate.
Competition time.
Competition time. So,
Drum roll. Here we go. Dramatic.
we had a lot of entries for this competition. We had them across Facebook, Twitch, and the YouTube channel as well. Lots and lots of comments going through. We did. We had to create a spreadsheet with 3 different tabs, so I knew exactly where the winner was coming from. And the winner has come from our Facebook page. So it's a comment off our Facebook page.
So if you're not on Facebook, shame on you.
You watch the view count go.
Yeah.
And with the comment of, well, fingers crossed to be chosen, well done, you have been chosen, is Jake Bowanis. I hope I'm saying your last name right. I really, really do. Mate, can have a look. Look. What do you reckon? Jake Bowanis?
Jake Bananas.
Bananas. It's not bananas, is it? Don't insult the dude. So
I've just given him 100 quid.
So congratulations, Jake. You are the winner of our 10,000 subscriber giveaway. If you are not in the stream on Twitch or on YouTube, I will message you privately through Facebook and let you know once we've done this. So yes, congratulations. Are there any more questions, Robin, on Twitch? Because you need to lean forward and use your bad eyesight. Is your lovely wife in the kitchen?
She is in the kitchen.
Mrs. Neil, can I please have another bottle of water if there's one going spare? Just water will do, thank you.
So professional, aren't we? Look at that, we're on a live stream.
Live streaming.
As we're getting orders for drinks in, any chance of a brew?
Would anybody out there like a drink off Robin's wife?
Congrats, Jake.
Yeah, Jake.
Oh, Jake Bananas.
Yeah, the winner. Thank you very
The
much.
winner, Jake Bananas. I'll have a tea, please. Yeah, that'd be lovely. Yeah,
you've got the noisiest kettle in the world, and everybody on this live stream is going to hear. Do not have a cup of tea.
Maybe shut that door.
Even with the door shut, it's really loud.
Look, I'm trying to get a question here from Twitch.
Sorry, my bad.
Do you think they need to redo the Space Marine Codex? Yes.
Gork or Mork? Mork.
I try to run Black Templars. They contact street in the air. It's Codex creep. It's what we've seen in every single edition.
Didn't they say there was going to be no such thing as Codex creep this time?
All we can hope is when it comes down to chapter approved, they seriously, like, I don't know, drop points.
Gulliman, drop them.
He needs to go up in points.
No.
The Space Marine Codex, you can only run it with like Ultramarines, really.
Yeah, I think the problem with
if you want to be
Space Marine
really
Codex,
competitive,
yeah,
it depends on the context, really. If you want to be a top table competitive,
you take the latest Codex.
Yeah, then you've got to stay with it. But if you're just playing with like your mates, then no, just like you have some sort of agreement with your mates that, if you take an Eldar, please don't take 30 Dark Reapers against my Space Marines, which is a combat army, because I'll get shot off the table in turn 1. And I think as long as you've got that relationship with your mates or the guys that are down your local gaming club, then you shouldn't have a problem. But yeah, things do need to be rebalanced. I think
They do.
chapter approved. The first one wasn't too bad. It helped sort some things. They need to go a lot more in depth this time.
I think
to reveal a lot
Terminators
more.
generally need a bit of a points drop.
Terminators are horrendous.
Or next Primarch to come back. That's a good question. Lehman Russ. I want Lehman Russ to come back.
Ferrus Manus.
That's why I play Reads. Yeah. Ferrus Manus. No, he's dead.
What?
Oh, sorry.
When did that happen?
Spoiler. Vulcan. There was a question in there. Does Vulcan live? Yes. Yes, he does. If you don't know, go read Vulcan Lives, the Horus Heresy
Spoiler
novel.
alert, Jesus.
I'm not going to. Well, he does. He generally does. Go find out why by reading that novel. It's an amazing novel. For me, it's Lehman Russ or Fulgrim. I would like to see the Demon Fulgrim. I think that would look awesome with the snake form and the wings and everything else. I think that would be.
I think we need another loyalist one. We need another loyalist one. If they're going to release one again soon, then it needs to be a loyalist one. And I think the one that makes most sense really would be somebody like Vulcan or the Lion. But the Lion's a bit emo, isn't he?
He is a little bit emo. I think Lehman Russ personally.
Lehman Russ would be good actually.
There's a question in there that somebody who's found our live stream and doesn't follow the channel as normal. Hello, by the way. Thank you for joining us on the live stream. I hope we're not talking too geeky for you. I'm Rich, and that's Robin. There is also John, who's part of this channel, but he's not here, and he's never here.
AFK.
He's literally AFK.
As usual.
I was going to go KIX to be quite honest. Maybe a little bit harsh.
It might as well be.
Do you guys watch the If the Emperor Had Text-Speech Device series? Yes, I've watched quite a few of them. Yes, they are.
They're good.
Fucking brilliant. They are so funny. They are absolutely fantastic. They really, really are.
Yeah, I like stuff like that. What's the other one that Flash Gits Animation? They're really good for stupid Warhammer 40k.
Are they the ones that did the whole?
They did the one which was
The guy being thrown out the window and the
they also did
immobilised
like
the legal department. That was fantastic.
But they also did like a mini series when it was Grey Knights, Drago, but Drago is hooked on what is it? It's something to do with Slanesh, and he's basically like snorting coke off his armor, but it's like this Slanesh, and he's basically getting jiggy with demonettes and Slanesh, and it's hilarious. You got to go on Flash Gits.
There was a question then: is do we have any juicy rumours about an Emperor's Children Codex? We know quite a few people who work for Games Workshop and work at Warhammer World. No, they wouldn't tell us.
Nobody tells
idiots,
us
would we? Because we'd go straight. To be honest, would we go straight to YouTube and betray their trust as mates? No, of course we wouldn't. Their jobs are at risk and it's their livelihood. So no. The honest answer is no. We do not know anything about that at all.
So we could just like theorise now. Emperor's Children.
Emperor's Children.
What would they get?
Fulgrim.
They'd get Fulgrim. They'd be all like.
They'd get crystal meth. Yes.
Yeah, crystal
meth. They probably would. They'd probably get
crystal meth.
They'd
get some kind of power through pains, hyper rule.
They'd get dodgy sex toys.
Yeah.
So if you've ever read one of the Horus Heresy novels, it might have been one of the short story books actually. It's about Fulgrim with a demon inside of him, and they're trying to get the demon out, and they're using a hook, and he's like, "Yes, go on, deeper, harder," and they're like,
It's actually
what is going on?
No, it's actually a medieval torture device. I think it's called like the Pear or something like that, and it's the one.
Oh, that was it. They kind of go up, it split,
goes up,
spread,
and then you.
Let's not get too graphic. YouTube might kick us off. There's a question there.
There you go.
And
just
real
visual.
There's two questions.
Here we go. I've read the last one.
He's
well, no,
literally
actually, here we
useless.
go.
There's another question on Twitch.
Did you remember to give Rich's Jakari we painted?
Yes.
Yes, I did. Just.
Yes. So I have my Jakari army. Thank you ever so much for painting that up.
And it was good to meet
guys.
you too, whichever camera you're on.
He's on Twitch.
That
He's
one,
on
Twitch.
That one up there.
Twitch. Yeah. Good to meet you too, buddy.
Can you see what I have to put up with and I have to work with here? Horus be the next Primarch. Winters. Wow, that's out there. 2 sex Winters.
Don't think that's going to happen. I think there's more chance of Ferrus.
Can I just say one thing before you jump in?
I'm sorry.
Massive thank you to Frag and Al and what was the other guy's name? Aid, that's the one. Thank you. God, useless. For painting up my Jakari and sorting all that out, guys. I'm going to do a review video for you very shortly on the army. A review video.
video.
Is this water or what? I'm going to do a review
He's
video.
literally just been handed that.
It's so hot in here. A review video for you and get that onto the channel showcasing that army. So massive thank you to you guys out there. Back to winners who just asked, could Horus Lupercal be the next Primarch back? Because I know you've got Sons of Horus. No.
He got eradicated from the timeline winners. How are they going to rewrite?
See, this is the bit. This is the little bit about 40k. So the reason there's a Horus heresy is
Spoiler alert. Sorry.
No, this is actual Games Workshop fact. So the reason they have a Horus heresy is they needed a little. There was a game coming out, and it was kind of the original Adeptus Titanicus, and they needed a little bit of blurb in the bottom. It was about that big, and Tony went, "There you go, use that." And it was literally about that long, and it was about the Horus heresy.
Plot twist.
And that little tiny bit has led to where we are now, which is nuts.
Horus wakes up in the shower. Yes. Do you know what? I wouldn't put it past him. Wouldn't put it past him, and he's a good guy.
But there's a massive, great big plot hole with this. The Emperor eradicated Horus from the entire timeline.
Yeah. So how did the Horus heresy start anyway? Never happened.
If Horus was eradicated from the entire timeline, he was not around to have Erebus whispering in his ear, "Your daddy's a bit of an evil git," and start the Horus heresy. So I'm really confused.
Or would it started with somebody else?
Would just what? Who? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. We're making up questions now.
Lorgar.
I was going to say, who would start the Horus heresy if it wasn't for
He said it
Horus
started
Lupercal?
with him anyway.
Yeah. Would just
Lorgar, and then
Lorgar.
he would have just gone straight to like Perturabo and all the other little lackeys.
No, you see, I mean, Magnus did nothing wrong.
Magnus did nothing.
I'm going to say that out now. Magnus, well, he did. I don't want to say too much just because you guys aren't up to date with the books. He goes to try and...
He had the best intentions.
He had the best intentions, and he went horrendously wrong.
Horrendously wrong.
To the point of the worst possible outcome.
Yeah. Completely the opposite of what he was trying to achieve.
Hi, Daddy! Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, what have I done?
God.
Yeah, so... yeah, and I love the Horus heresy, and that is the one thing. I mean, he got me back into this.
As a twin.
Got me back into this.
Or a clone.
He got me back into this
Maybe
hobby.
Belisarius Call cloned him with like loads of Primaris Marines. Would just been sitting in a cupboard for 10,000 years.
I'm a massive Ultramarines fan, as all you guys know. Gulliman, the Primarch, created the codexes as we know them and would never deviate from the codex. Why the hell's he done Primaris Marines?
Oh, is that the frog?
I don't. What?
What just came up on?
I didn't.
Somebody started the Horus heresy.
Oh, okay.
Retype it. I missed
retype it. We can't.
I'm pretty sure it was
down the list somewhere.
Yeah, it's gone down the list.
What was I saying about? I can't remember what I was saying now.
It was probably not important. Horus heresy, something like that. Blah blah blah. I'm glad.
Hey, good old days. Our accents are reminding somebody of a good old time in the UK.
Who's that then?
Which Primarchs? It's Peter. Which Primarchs reflect your personality?
I'm
Winners,
clearly.
do not answer this.
I'm clearly sanguineous because I'm beautiful, angelic,
and you have really long hair.
Master swordsman, and everyone wants to be me. All of that is true, apart from the master swordsman.
Who would I be? Back in the day, I'd have been leading Russ because it was all about the beer.
Who's the most annoying one?
Perturabo or Jagadir Khan.
The most boring.
I don't know. Can we swear on a live stream? Because I really want to tell you to fuck off.
I said it. That's it. Demonetized. Forget it. Close the channel down. I'm crazy. Bleep that. We'll bleep that.
Do you know what? Do you know what? I don't even know. Who would it be? There was a question actually
you'd
about
be Girlyman because it's all about the D.
Whatever. There was a question actually about why do salamanders not get any love off our channel. So Pete, who's in the chat at the moment,
both of them apparently.
Both chats apparently. Thanks Pete for pushing the numbers up.
There you go.
Was originally part of this channel but had to take a step back and leave the channel because of work commitments and real life, and the salamanders were his. However, he doesn't really play the hobby anymore. He's more into his PC gaming.
Give your army.
So I'm going to look after and borrow his army because he's.
Does he know this?
Yeah, he knows this. He's fully aware. I'm going to borrow his.
I'm just going to come around your house.
I'm going to come around, smash my way in.
Yeah, steal all your stuff.
No, he's got a lad, and when that lad is older, I'm sure we'll probably get into this hobby so he can have them back at that point. But I said I will look after them, use them, borrow, and use them for the channel, and probably add to them and do whatever else. So hopefully we're going to get Sally's and Nick's.
Obviously he'll come on and he'll.
Yeah, Pete is obviously more than welcome on, and he has been on a battle report, not recently, but not that long ago.
I think it was January 2016.
About the same time as John's last video. Oh God, it is so hot in this. Are there any more questions on Twitch or on
Have we answered all
YouTube? No, to be honest, a lot of them
repetition.
A repetition, or we've answered from the guys in the chat. Let me. Oh, I've somehow, and for some unknown reason, closed the thing down. Dark Blood or Hell's Angels? Hell's Angels are a hell of a lot more fun.
What?
Dark Angels, Blood Angels, or Hell's Angels? Oh my God.
So what? Blood Angels, clearly. 200 quid, mate. You got a prize for his salamander.
200 quid, yeah.
And a BJ.
Robin will supply that one. Let's have a look. Let me just scroll down. So we've done the Orky question. We've done about 30k, 40k, which is one of the questions that Idic had asked. A lot about Kill Team. Open. What other hobbies do you have? So what other hobbies do you have out of this hobby? I go to the gym. I go to the gym a lot. I enjoy climbing up mountains. That. No, I enjoy climbing up mountains. I do Snowdon, which is in Wales in the UK, every single year. They might not be from the UK. Smart ass before you start laughing. Which is the second highest peak in the UK. So I do that every year. Have done since I was 18. I've done Ben Nevis. I've done Starfell Pike. And I love it, and it's just that, and I'll be doing it again in a couple of weeks actually. So yeah, I'll be doing that, and Robin's coming up there with me as well. Message retracted. Oh, something controversial going in. Thank you, Mrs. Neal, for Robin's cup of tea.
Look at this. That is service.
That is very good service.
Thank you.
And look what mug it's in. Okay. It had to be, didn't it? Robin, what other hobbies do you have apart from beating up small children?
What?
I'm just putting it out there.
I don't know. What other hobbies have I got? How?
Jack all he does is spend his time just painting. That is it. Playing computer games.
Just, yeah, I guess play
so Robin also does Blood Bowl on Twitch every so often, which comes across onto YouTube as well. Oh, here's one. Shall we announce what we're going to be doing live on Twitch?
Can do, yeah.
Shall we? It's been pushed back a little bit, hasn't it? Which is a little bit annoying.
Yeah, you keep saying like, "Oh no, we can't mention it."
That's because it's fun. It builds up tension. It teases people out in the worldwide internet.
We could have basically. We got contacted by the publisher, I think, of Inquisitor Martyr.
So we got contacted by the promotion company.
And they said, "Do you want to?"
So we're going to get early access for Inquisitor Martyr on the PS4. Now we know it's already out on stream. Steam.
Yeah, because we asked for it on PlayStation because he hasn't got a decent PC. So
it's spec, but it's more spec for editing than it is for playing games because that's what I spend most of my time doing.
So they said, "Do you want this game? It's coming out soon." So we said, "Yeah, can we have it on the PS4?" And they went, "Yeah, no problem." And then it got delayed on console and it came out on PC.
Yeah, brilliant.
So it's like, "Oh, great, you're under NDA," and then it was like,
"Well, we're not anymore.
We're
not under any
because the game's being released." And it's so we'll be playing that.
So we're going to be playing Inquisitor Martyr on co-op on PS4 when it is released.
Yeah, so it'll still be fairly different.
And as a slight little bit on top of that, we are also invited to the launch party in London. Yes, you know this. Which should have been a couple of weeks ago, but unfortunately it was cancelled and put back.
So I didn't know we'd been re-invited. I thought we'd been uninvited.
Yeah, the party happened and I went and you weren't there. So no, we've been invited to the launch party of Inquisitor Martyr, which will be happening in August. I think it's the week that I'm away on holiday, so Robin will be going with John.
That's gonna happen.
Or on his own.
Just me, Billy No Mates.
And if he goes, I'm going to get him to film as much as he can there and do a video so you guys get to see a launch party for a computer game, which, to be honest, is pretty damn cool. And I'm really gutted if I am on holiday because I really want to go to that. So yeah, that is what we will be doing on Twitch.
And some other stuff. There's quite a few. Games Workshop licensed games coming out soon that look quite good. So,
and we have played them, haven't we? I think our very first Twitch stream was us playing.
Yeah, there's new stuff coming out though. So you got Necromunda is coming out early next year, so we'll definitely be on that.
Yeah.
There's a card game Is anyone interested in card games? There's a new Age of Sigmar card game that I thought I might give a look.
I tell you what I do like the look of, and one of our friends and subscriber to the channel, Liam, who literally lives down the road from me, has just got the Kickstarter for the Game of Thrones mini game, and it actually looks really good. So I have given him full instructions to get everything paid up, and then let's get it on the channel. Let's give it a go. So yeah, looking forward to hopefully getting that on. Any other questions? That's a real question. Anything else on Twitch? Any of you guys are out on YouTube? We've been online for 69 minutes.
What's your favourite battle report you've released on your channel?
Oh, wow, that is a very good question.
I know.
You know. Let me guess. It's one that you win.
No.
Oh, well, okay. Go on. What is your favourite
It was
battle
that one.
report?
I think it was towards the end of 7th edition, and it was my Blood Angels against your Space Wolves, and it wasn't the rematch when you had all the Wolfen.
It was the first one.
It was the first one when you actually beat me for like the first time ever.
By like one victory point at the
Yeah.
very end of the game, and then I ran down the street.
Yeah, that was quite amusing.
That was good.
That was quite
My
amusing.
neighbours were like, "What the hell is going on?" But no, it was good fun.
You got a little bit excited because he doesn't win very often.
What's my favourite battle report we've ever done? Do you know what? Anything that goes down to the dice. I enjoy the ones against winners. Now, I'm not just saying that because
He ain't still here.
He's probably still
He
not
buggered
watching.
off hours ago.
I'd probably say some of them.
He's not typing today. He's
Yeah, he's
still,
still
I
here.
told you.
So I'd probably say one of them against winners. I like some of the earlier Horus Heresy battle reports that we've done. There was one that I had against Tom, which had his Warhound Titan in that I really enjoyed. Thought that was really good games. Do you prefer Marvel, DC, or any other comic? Marvel movies.
He's still here. See, look, got him.
Winners.
Right in my trap, mate. Right in my trap.
Haven't you got a job to go to?
I like.
He likes comics, or used to like comics as a
Yeah,
kid. And so does Pete that's in the chat.
Yeah, I am a massive fan of Batman. I wouldn't say I'm preferred DC or Marvel, but I really like Batman. But equally, I really like Spider-Man. So,
Spider's awesome. And who can't beat Deadpool?
Yeah, Deadpool. But yeah, for me, Batman is the best.
Yeah, I think there's a question there about we should do. Windows watches every single one of our videos. You used to before you hit the big time.
No, he comments on all our videos.
Does he?
Yeah. Not that you ever go on YouTube and look at it.
I do. I always go on there and look at the comments. I have it on my phone to alert me and on my watch. So if anybody comments on the videos, I get alerted. You know, it's one of them. So yeah, there's a question in there about we should do some more Horus Heresy battle reports. I tell you, one of the hardest things to do Heresy battle reports at the moment, and that's trying to find an opponent.
Yeah, nobody's playing it.
Nobody's really playing Heresy.
I think that's why they've done the big FAQ recently.
Good question. I like that one. They've done a big FAQ at the moment.
I haven't actually read it, to be honest. That's how much little interest. I should read it, probably.
You probably should. There are players out there that are friends of ours that do play Horus Heresy. They just live chuffing miles away, and it's a proper 2-3 hour drive, winners, to get to theirs to film a battle report, or for them to drive up to me to film a battle report. So it's a bit awkward to find local people. I do have some, but again, they have got wife and kid commitments, so trying to find free time for them to come over and film is always a bit of a challenge. There was a question there about what was your favourite cartoon as a kid?
Jason and the Will Warriors.
Good call. Do you know what? I'm going to say two, and one is when I was a kid.
Visionaries.
Oh, I used to have the toys of Visionaries. They're amazing. I'm going to say Transformers. G1 Transformers. Just absolutely fantastic. Or, when I was a little bit older, Johnny Bravo. Just because he used to run around going, "Hey, hot mama." And then the millennials now think he's a completely not sexist and a completely not a pig.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll never get shown on TV ever again. It's a sad day when
Millennials.
Johnny Bravo gets banned from TV. Hey, hot mama.
Mama.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ren
No,
and Stimpy was good as well.
Jason the Will Warriors was banned, I remember. Really? Really?
Why would that be banned?
Which country do you live in? Because it wasn't Biker Mice from Mars. I was probably I was a little bit too old for that one. I was probably at high
Mice
school.
from Mars. What you been smoking, mate? Go on YouTube. Jason and the Will Warriors.
It wasn't,
What's your real cartoon?
Can I just
mate?
say, it wasn't Jason and the Real Warriors. It was like Joyce and the Real Warriors, by the way. Just point that out, Anna.
Joyce and the Will Warriors.
Yeah, it was it? Yeah. Joyce.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, it's me getting the names wrong. Who'd have thought?
Look, okay, it was Jace, spelled Jayce.
Jace.
Jace.
Not Joyce. That's
Uh,
like
Band.
your mum's best mate.
Band?
Band?
Band? Wait, what?
It's got to be Australia. Australia bans everything.
Stop destroying. It was too violent in the UK. Will you stop destroying our childhood?
Mask. That was good. I like that. Anything where you could get loads of toys.
Toys. Yeah.
And you've got to actually look at what our favourite cartoons were, and there's definitely a link to what we're doing.
Have you watched Teletubbies? If so, which is your favourite one? Both having children. Yes, we've had to watch Teletubbies. Who's your favourite Teletubby?
The red one.
Who's the yellow one?
Hey, well, who's the yellow one?
Lala.
Lala. There we go. What was yours?
The red one.
Poe. There you go.
There you go.
Wow.
Poe.
There's a confession. Yeah.
Poe.
Having kids changes everything. You have to watch crap. Having said that, the remade Danger Mouse is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is quite good.
Again, ain't another top cartoon for when we
Battle
was a
of the
kid.
Planets, yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
Yeah.
Centurions. Oh, I used to have loads of Centurions when I was a kid.
Yes.
Yeah, they were ace. There was one that was air, one that was water, and one that was land, wasn't there? And they used to have the toys used to have holes in them, and you used to be able to clip things in. I know they're still in my loft at my dad's house. My dad hates me.
I can't remember if it was a cartoon or if it was just toys, but Battle Beasts. You know those like.
Wasn't that Transformers?
No, the
Original
Battle Beasts,
Thundercats.
They were like. They had like a little hologram in their chest, and you put your finger on it, and they'd tell you if they were a water element or a. Pete will know what I'm talking about. We had loads of Battle Beasts, didn't we? They were like they were about that big, about Space Marine size. Funny enough, you know. And they had like armor on, and
Voltron.
they were like a Voltron. Yeah, Voltron was cool.
Was it?
That was like.
Sure, that wasn't just in Germany.
All robots.
hell's
They've already done Voltron actually.
Defenders of the Earth. Defenders.
Let our powers combine.
Wow, you can tell it's hot in here. We're starting to literally talk up to rubbish. I'm trying to see if there's any other
The last
questions.
few battle reports that we've done, by the way, we're having a bit of a heat wave in the UK, and because we're not used to the heat in the UK, we don't have air conditioning, and we have conservatories. And a conservatory is basically just like a glass box.
Which is where I film all the battle reports.
Yeah, so the last couple of battle reports that we filmed,
It's been
he's got a temperature gauge, and it's 35 degrees. 35 degrees pushing miniatures around.
It's been up to 39.
We've been too scared to get Forge World out. Oh, I think has the stream gone down?
Oh, hello. Have we just frozen?
Hello.
Are we back?
Picture. Oh, Battle Beasts. Yeah.
Have we frozen out there, or are we still going?
Can you still see us?
Can you still see us on YouTube? I don't know what's going on. Twitch is still going. That's always
Twitch is
good.
still going.
I've got my eyes closed. Look, that's horrendous.
Yeah, you have got your eyes closed. I don't know how to reset that. That's your job. I'm on the Twitch.
I'm going to Scooby Doo's. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, not a clue.
If you're seeing the same frozen screen as
I've got my
what we're
eyes
seeing,
closed, which is horrendous.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Horrendous picture.
It's fantastic. So.
Guys on YouTube with the picture frozen, but you guys can still hear
We
us.
don't have to fix it.
Oh, yeah,
Goddamn YouTube. That was some mild panic there. How do we fix this? I don't know.
We are streaming live from my iPad, so God knows what to do if that goes down.
Yeah.
It is plugged in, so we're not going to run out of battery. That is for sure. Right, I'm trying to see if there are any other questions. Which unit would you like to see get a massive point reduction and which get a massive price hike?
The entire Eldar Codex, price up. All of it. Price reduction. I think General Space Marines need
Terminators.
to go. Yeah, Terminators. Space Marines.
Need to come down in price. They're too expensive to even consider taking, I think. Favourite anime? That's your department, dude, not mine. However, there is an awesome manga version of a Star Wars one that's done from the TIE Fighters pilot's point of view. And I know it's not official. Cool. It's been fan made. That's mine. That is amazing. Favorite anime.
I haven't watched any in absolutely years. I used to be well into it.
I know you used to make me watch them, and I've been sitting there going, "What
is going
the
on?
hell is this?"
I'm going to say something controversial. Akira, didn't get it. Not for me. Not for me. That was the one that everyone.
No
that's like the
idea.
default choice of anyone. You put someone on the spot. What's your favourite anime? They'll say Akira.
Do you look at any games on Kickstarter?
Yes.
Yes, we do. We are lucky enough to have been contacted by quite a few guys out there that are on Kickstarter who have sent us some samples through. We had some of it on the one of the recent battle reports. I think it was mine and
Yeah, one in a game though. That was just
no, it's more
terrain
scenery and
stuff,
stuff like that. So yeah, we do get contacted by
Yeah,
guys
there
out on the
was-
Kickstarter. We have had a couple of games that are on there. Yes, is the short answer. We do look on Kickstarter and go, that looks quite cool. I like the look of that.
wasn't it?
Look,
Mantic do quite a lot on
yeah,
Kickstarter, and I like Blood Bowl, but I also like Dread Ball. Dread Ball's a very very good game.
we've tried that. We have played it.
Yeah, you actually
Costa
quite liked
Starbucks
it.
or Cafe Nero? I don't drink tea or coffee, so that's a pointless question for me.
Yeah, and I go to all of those places and buy tea
Typical British.
just to mess with them. The
I drink water
disappointment.
a lot
The
of.
disappointment that you see when you go up to the counter and they go, "What can I get you?" and you go, "I'll just have a tea, please." And they're like, "All this training on being a barista, and you've asked me to put a tea bag in a cup."
Would you like to
Right.
see any updates to the Space Wolf Codex model-wise? Yes. Ragnar Blackmane, for starters. God damn it,
Do you know
that
what
is
I
not a
like?
miniature.
Right. So every single founding chapter, yeah, has a named character model, apart from one. What is it, chap? What chapter?
I
What
know,
chapter?
I know, I
What
know,
chapter?
I know. Does
It's triggering me, so it's a little bit of
Twitch? Does Twitch know?
a Twitch. Anybody?
Twitch.
First question. There. Joe's got it. Boom. Iron hands.
It is the Iron Hands. Do you know what?
Why have we not got some kind of awesome Techmarine character or something like that? You know,
Because you don't need
like
it. You don't
Tank
deserve it.
Commander. Yeah, anything like that. Dreadnought, for God's sake. How good would that be? Give us a Dreadnought character.
OP as hell.
How's it OP?
I don't know, just will be. You will load it out. Nick's just put a question there. Is it worth the time and to visit Warhammer World? Yes, 100%. If you've never been to Warhammer World, I would 100% recommend it. It's
Just make sure you've got loads of money when you go.
yeah, make sure you got lots of money when you go because you'll walk into Fort George and you'll be like that. Oh god,
You'll
yes.
take 20 quid and you'll think, oh,
So when you go
got a
into
budget of 20 quid, 200 quid.
yeah,
gone. But
you go into Warhammer
forget
World.
it,
They've got a
mate.
Games
Forget
Workshop store. They've got a Black Library store. They've got an actual dedicated Forge World store as well.
Yeah,
There is
t-shirts,
There is
merch,
also
everything.
a museum that you can pay to go around, which is totally brilliant. You got Bugman's Bar. You got
That'll cost you 20 quid.
Muppets, but the food's really nice. Muppets like us that go there and hang around, and you'll see Ed from the channel who works there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's 100% worth the trip up to Nottingham. In fact, before we actually had the YouTube channel, might have been when we started.
It's Nottingham, so yeah, there will be hotels.
Yeah,
all
yeah,
over the
loads of
place.
hotels in Nottingham.
Big city.
Yeah, have a look. In fact, there's a Premier Inn not far there. I know, I've stopped in it.
Premier Inn.
Premier Inn, cheap,
We're not
cheerful,
sponsored by them.
cheap and cheerful for the evening, and it's not that far away from Nottingham at all. There's a couple of other hotels around there as well. Have you ever seen the Ultramarines movie? Yes, I own it.
I've not seen it.
Have you not? I've got it on.
No.
I have it on
I've
Blu-ray.
heard it's shocking.
Um,
There's a new one coming out, isn't there? That's
It's-
like a fan made one that looks like it can be quite good. I think it's a guy that's doing it.
you talking about the
He's-
Inquisitor one?
No, there's another one. Chapter Master Valric.
Oh, yeah.
If you go to his channel, he's been featuring it because
Yeah.
I think he's been getting some of the footage
Yeah.
sent to him. But it's a Horus Heresy one, and the guy that's doing it is involved in computer games, so he's just doing it as a side project. So he's obviously very good at building models and stuff like that. So that looks like it could be really good.
Dave, to answer your question, yes, you can walk into Warhammer World any day of the week, unless it is an open day, which will be ticket only. But just check their calendar on their website, and they will tell you. Worst Games Workshop model you've ever brought, and best and favourite. My favourite one, Games Workshop wise, not Forge World, is the new Magnus the Red. I totally and utterly loved paying up that miniature and doing it up. It was brought to me as a gift, and I adored every second of doing that miniature. I thought it was fantastic. Worst miniature. Ooh. It's going to be an Orky one. It's going to probably have to be an Orky one, and it might have to be Gaz. It might have to be Gazskull because he was
original
fail
Gaz.
cast. No, well, he was fail cast, the one that I've got, and fail cast.
Yeah, but it's a good miniature though.
It's a fantastic-
good sculpt. I think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I think
okay.
you're talking sculpt wise.
Worst miniature.
I think any of those old,
Metal.
they haven't replaced yet, and it's character, and he's holding his gun out like this, and then he's got his chainsword here, like Ragnar Blackmane.
Yeah.
One of those like flat. I know
Who's
why
your-
they did it for casting, but
Who's your
anything like
favourite?
that-
Who's your favourite miniature? Go on.
It's tricky. It is tricky.
Who have you-
I really like. I know I've got like a little bit of a thing for them at the moment, but I really like Imperial Knights. I think they're really, really fun to build. I've really enjoyed painting them. They're really big and bulky.
Well, yeah, they are nice.
Yeah, I really like them, and I really like the narrative as well now. That's
Fluff
really
wise,
good.
they are really nice.
So, I
I'm
really like
gonna flip that question as well. Favorite Forge World miniature. So we've done Games Workshop. Favorite Forge World miniature. Horus Lupercal for me. Horus Lupercal's Primarch miniature for the Horus Heresy was awesome. I loved every single minute of that. And there is a Primarchs video, and if you've seen it, you'll go. I've been through all the Primarchs I've got in my collection, and I've enjoyed and loved working on every single one of them. Horus Lupercal blew me away. Worst one, my glaive. That thing, just the way that the hull fitted together and the tracks.
I don't have a problem with mine.
Mine was a little bit better because it was the pre-cast tracks on the side panels.
I've
But
just remembered the worst.
oh, here we go.
The worst, not for
Newsflash,
the actual
people.
model, but the worst one to build it. It's a Forge World model.
Uh-huh.
Chat, see if you can get it. Worst Forge World model to make,
Oh no, the answer to this.
to actually make. I nearly threw mine out the window.
Can I answer this one? Is it your Fire Raptor?
It's the Fire Raptor.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got it. Yes.
There you go.
We have a winner, Fire Raptor. Oh my god, I'm trying to get that fuse. Like I can, without sounding big-headed, I can make anything. I'm pretty good with my conversions and stuff like that. I've been doing this hobby for a long time, so I can usually figure stuff out. So trying to sort of, manipulate it with heat and everything like that. And it just wouldn't go together. You get one side in, you pop it, and when I got it all together, the fuselage looked twisted.
It was twisted.
It was just an absolute nightmare. I couldn't get it to work, so I had to put it down in a rage. Next day, I went back and heated up a little bit, fixed it immediately. I was like, "What the hell happened there?" But yeah, I was at a point where I literally had the window open, and I was about to throw it down the garden. That's how annoyed I was.
There was an interesting comment in there about on YouTube about what do your friends and family think of the hobby, and do you keep it from friends?
Not anymore.
When we were younger, yes,
Yeah.
100%. When we was at school and we were into this, but there used to be like a geeky set of kids at school who you all used to be into it. But yeah, that was that at that point. Do we keep it a secret now? Not so much.
No, it's if I don't.
Too old for that now.
Yeah, if I meet new people, it's not the first thing. that
However,
comes up.
being single,
Yeah,
would I mention it on a first date?
probably not.
Probably not. Would I mention it on a 5th or 10th date? Probably not.
Yeah, it's like I think
4 years into a relationship?
Yeah,
maybe.
when you've gone bagged, there'll just be a little space marine that'll appear on the side somewhere, hiding in plain sight. Yeah, I think from a point, we're kind of at that age now where I don't really care what anyone else's opinion. I do what I like. What I like. Yeah, I'm not going to particularly broadcast the fact that this is what I do.
Mwah, Winters, we love you.
Yeah, we love you too, Winters.
In fact, we're coming down to see you soon.
yeah, we are,
Say soon.
Next month after something like that.
Do you want a little bit of insight into how things work in the YouTube community? So you're good friends. I've got Winters' mobile number in my phone. You drop him a text. Hey, Strawberry, how's things? You'll get a text back saying, yeah. He'll go, hey, Treacle, how you doing? Fancy a game? Yes. When can I fit you in? Winters will
2019.
Winters will turn around and go, I'm pretty much booked now until the day that I die. So to get us in, so I think it was about May, April time,
2016,
that we arranged to meet together in September because he's that busy.
It's also like shifts and.
It's not. It's because he's an international superstar.
Well, it is for him, but yeah, for us, it's
So trying to
kids
pin
and stuff
down
like that.
time with other YouTubers, and this is problem with collaborating a little bit as well out there, is we're all kind of spread out around the UK, and it is finding that time in your real lives to get together and have games and play Little Men.
Yeah.
Here's a question: what do the women Ever get a date, Rich? No, sadly not. I'm too busy editing sodding videos for YouTube. Thanks, Rob.
You've always got the D to fall back on.
Yeah, go 4 to 5 months lead time plus I work shifts. Yes, I know, Wyndham.
There you go.
I know you do, dude. I am only winding you up slightly. What was the saying before that? I can't even sodding remember now.
I never listened to
I've
anything
completely
you say.
forgotten.
Somebody in the chat will let you know.
Oh,
What was he
well.
saying? What was he talking
I'm
about?
getting old.
Babbling on about some crap, probably. That's what he does. So childish, isn't he? So childish.
Yes. Beautiful models painted in 4 children. That's tough. Shadow sensors are really nice. Yeah, and now I've got my Jakari. I'm looking forward to adding to them a little bit as well. Water sprayed everywhere. Sorry, dude. I'm gonna get told off now.
It's alright, just tell my wife.
Yeah.
Good
Oh, that's what I was going to ask. What are the women in
Women.
our lives? I might as well count your wife in that.
Yeah, my wife, she's accepting of it, but doesn't particularly
Like it.
She no, yeah, she doesn't understand it. She's like, why would she doesn't understand why we've got 10,000 subscribers, why we've got people like you watching this now, wanting to interact with us in any way. She's just like, you just like two like boring geeks just sitting painting models and pushing. Why would anyone want to watch that?
Yeah, she doesn't understand
that. So I said, because she's like she's into a fitness, so she's constantly out on runs. So my retort to that is, why would anyone want to go for a run like you do?
Yeah. I don't mind it. Yeah.
When was the last time you went on a run? When you were about 18.
No. Probably. I'm going to put this into some kind of context in a minute. Probably about 4 years ago, an actual full-on run. The reason is my knees are knackered, so I'm playing rugby and my knees are shot. There was a question in there: if you could pick one between gaming or painting, which would it be?
I am not actually
Here we go.
I'm not the
Mic
biggest
drop.
fan of painting, but
It's what you spend doing.
yeah, no, it's kind of weird. I obviously I enjoy the end result of painting. Picking up something for the first time from nothing, that to me, sometimes that takes me quite a while to actually do. It's when I start painting it and you get it to that stage where you can actually see that you got all the base colours on and stuff like that. Then I don't mind that, because I know that eventually this is going to be something that I'm going to put on a tabletop and I'm going to play with. I only enjoy this game if I'm playing with painted miniatures. So the game sort of forces me in a way to paint.
There is a reason why we do that, and it's not down to the YouTube channel. When we first got back into this hobby, we always used to play with greys, and nothing was painted when you were kids.
It's horrible painting with greys.
And when we got back into this
as well.
hobby in the early noughties, late 90s, early noughties time, when the first Horror Series novel came out, we made a rule that we'd only play with miniatures that were painted, because that way we'd have a goal to get things painted so that we could play with them. And then that's kind of followed through to our YouTube channel. We don't have greys on the channel. Everything has to be painted and based. And that is a rule for anybody coming onto the channel as well. And you will never see anything, unless it's in an unboxing video or in a progression video, you will never see a grey miniature on the channel. And leading into that, there was a question about the Ultramarine Road to Calth video series that I did, which is where we followed the progression of my Ultramarines being built unit by unit, and I did a video for each and every one of them. And there's a question about, would we do that again? I think the answer to that is going to be yes, definitely, because you guys seem to love that out there. Which army? I don't know. Could do it with Majikari. Robin's already halfway through his bye winters. See you soon. See you on the 30th of September.
See you, winners. See you soon, buddy.
Yes, we need to work out if you're coming to us or if I'm coming to you. We'll sort that out. But yeah, so there's that. I forgot what I was saying again now. What was I saying? Oh yeah, progression about paint. I'm just getting old.
Bloody outside.
I got something. That progression video series, yes, definitely. I really enjoyed doing them, and you guys out there really enjoyed doing them. Robin tried to do it with his iron hands as well, but it was bloody useless and to film.
Yeah.
So
also at the time, to be honest with you, I didn't have like a decent phone, so I couldn't film on my phone. I didn't have like a camera or anything like we got now, so it was actually quite awkward for me to film. So
if I was doing it, you'll remember, Rich, I used to bring him round to yours and film around yours.
He did, yeah, which is again
So-
a 45-minute round, 45
Yeah.
minute drive to
But
my house
now-
just to film a
now-
10-minute video.
Yeah, but now I can do a lot more. So yeah, when I start something new, or I don't know, we don't necessarily have to start something new. It's just the next model I pick up. I guess we could do some kind of video like that.
But yeah,
So,
I'm glad
yeah.
you guys out there enjoyed the Road to Calf video. I really enjoyed doing it and filming it. It really pushed me on to get them all painted up. It really, really did. Are you at the next Greetings from the Warp Horus Heresy event? He won't be because he doesn't play. He's at I think that's in September or November. No, unless there's a dropout, and then I might step in if Matthew Marlowe wants me to go. I don't know. Does 40k and need a new Xenos race?
Yes,
Yes.
it needs space lizards.
Do you know what it needs?
Space lizards. I'd collect them.
It needs
Like,
needs
you know.
it needs the creatures from Murder that were in the Horus Heresy series.
Mega arachnids.
Mega arachnids.
Yeah, it kind of already got something similar.
Space
Space Skaven. That was going to be my second one. Space Skaven or Space Lizards. Because it aren't like the old ones that are in the Necron Codex. Aren't they supposed to be like old lizard men type of dudes?
I have no idea.
I think they
Literally
are.
not a clue.
I think they are.
They brought back the monkey miniature, didn't they? For was it the Inquisitors?
Yeah,
the
it's like an
sisters
orangutan type
thing, and that
isn't
just did not work.
You can still get that.
Yeah, you can still.
It's quite a
get
nice little miniature.
Yeah.
It's just a bit weird, isn't it?
I can't believe we've been going for 95 minutes.
We can bark on for ages.
We
to be
can
honest.
absolutely bollock on for ages. Yes, I will definitely give you that one.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, then, guys, is there any other
Space
questions about the channel or the hobby on Twitch or on YouTube?
What was that? Space lizards are about to be what?
Space lizards are about to be shot into space.
Is that what they said?
That's not what they said. I just made it
I
up.
didn't see it.
What would your best bits of advice be to anyone wanting to start filming battle reports? How do you get the videos turn out so well, and how do you manage the balance list? Okay. Advice to anybody that wants to start a YouTube channel: take your time.
Yeah, don't expect like major results straight away. We didn't expect to be as big as we are now. It's taken us what, nearly 4 years?
The
Just
channel,
under 4
the
years.
channel will be 4 years old at the
to
end of
get here.
July.
And I think for the first 6 months you probably get about up to 100, and we weren't even expecting to get that many. And then it kind of snowballs. When you get to 1,000, you get the next 500 reasonably quick, and it kind of goes like that.
I would definitely say don't start a YouTube channel with the dream of being the next Tabletop Tactics or the next Dropping Scorpions or the next Mini Wargaming, because that's a dream that's miles off.
The next Winters. Oh,
Or-
he's not here anymore.
Yeah, we'd have to say that he's not in the chat anymore. I would say set up a YouTube channel because you want to do it and you enjoy doing it. It can be a pain because
don't put
the
any
editing
pressure on
takes
yourself.
ages. Yeah, I mean,
because we've done that. At
we
times.
did. Yeah, we have put pressure on ourselves to get content out there and videos out there, and there gets to a certain point where you lose that love a little bit of doing it.
It becomes like
but then
a
it comes
job.
back.
It becomes like a job, and there's probably people out there that think, oh, you're doing this on YouTube, you're getting paid loads of money. We get literally nothing.
Nothing.
You get literally nothing for this, so it's very much just a hobby.
You got to
And
fit it
is-
in around your real.
Yeah, and
real
it is
work.
you guys, giving us really positive feedback and meeting you in real life and stuff like that. That's the thing that kind of spurs us on. It's not
100%.
not a monetary thing
100%.
for us. So I'd say, just if you are planning on doing it, just treat it, like a little bit of a hobby, just a bit of fun. Don't put any pressure on yourself to release stuff, oh, I must get a video out a week or, 2 videos a week. You can't do that unless you're Idiot Beer, because that man is a machine.
That man is a machine.
It's like literally about 15 videos a day.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how he does it. I
Crazy.
really, really don't. The other thing I'll say is if you're looking at doing it is treat your battle board like a movie set a little bit. Make it look cool with your scenery. Add little bits on there. So some stones, some liching like we do, and we know that Winters does and Strike Scorpions do. Just gives that extra element. Don't do too much. Don't do too little. You'll get the balance just right. Balance lists. Just talk to each other.
Yeah.
Literally, unless you want to go for a full-on, because we do it every so often. We do a full-on dick kicking list to our level, our tournament level. We will do it, and we will not talk to each other. I will say I'm taking Ultramarines. He will say he's taking his Knights, and then we'll turn up with an army. If you want it fair and you want a fun game, non-tourney, talk to each other. That's the best way to do it. Talk to your opponent. Say, what are you bringing? Are you bringing this? Please don't bring too many flyers. Or I've got nothing to deal with flyers. Please don't bring flyers. And you'll find that they're more, you're more than open, especially if you're your mates, you're more than open to doing that. So if you do start up a YouTube channel, all the best to you, and let us know what it is, and we'll definitely come and check it out, because we love following loads of different YouTube channels out there. We enjoy it, and we have made great friends from it, as I've said before. So let us know. Definitely check it out.
No worries, Zero Gaming.
What was the other question about which Primarch's life should be turned into a movie? Ooh.
Lorgar.
Vulcan.
Lorgar. He was the one that made it all happen.
Yeah. Any advice starting a Dark Angels Horus Heresy army?
Yeah, wait for 8th edition Horus Heresy to come out.
Shut up. Don't paint them green, will be my first bit. I'd probably do a Google search and find out which of the Horus Heresy books are really good featuring Dark Angels. There are 2, Descent of Angels and Fallen Angels. They're not the best books.
I like Descent of Angels, but
You
there's
did.
no Dark Angels in it until...
Oh, can you check
right
mine out, please? T-Side Types. Of course.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah, definitely. I think we do follow. I think if not, we definitely will. Fallen Angels, Descent of Angels. Great 2 books about Dark Angels. Go and have a read of them, or find something on Google that just gives you a synopsis of what the hell happened. And then that will give you the flavour. And that's kind of what I did with my Ultramarine. So I was getting pestered to start Horus Heresy. I didn't want to, because there was no armies out there that I wanted to do at the time. I read No Fear and absolutely loved that book. And I was like, oh my God, the Ultramarines are amazing in Heresy. Because let's face it, most people hate them in 40k. But in the Horus Heresy, they were phenomenal. And
T-Side Tyrant, you just got yourself a sub.
Yeah, there you go. And then we went to the Horus Heresy Weekender. They previewed Gulliman, and that was it. I was sold 100%. But the reason I was sold on the Ultramarines is because I read all the background fluff and I read all the stories to do the Ultramarines, and I fell in love with them from there. So I'd probably do that. Have a look on Google, Descent of Angels, Fallen Angels, and start there for Horus Heresy especially. Yeah. And don't paint them green, because they weren't green. They were, Robin?
Black.
Blue.
Green.
Black.
I don't know.
Black.
Do you know what we did as well? Because it took us a while to get into Horus Heresy. We always wanted to do it, ever since like reading the books and everything.
Good stuff.
And we actually started going to a little event that Ed Barfield set up, and
build along.
Yeah, build along. And basically, what we did is we had sort of a 3-month lead time, and in that time we had to get 250 points. And then we all met up at Warhammer World and had like a battle once a month, and each time we'd add 250 points or a certain amount of points.
And that's where the video series for the Ultramarines came on, because I had something to paint each month.
Yeah. So my advice is, if you're looking at collecting a new army, be it Horus Heresy, 40k, whatever, then just look at what the minimum requirement is for you to get an army on a table. So whether that's like 1 HQ and 2 troops or whatever it might be for whatever system, then aim for that, get that on the table, and just play a few games with that. See if you like it, see what you like about that those particular units, and then look at expanding to it. So what we did with that little thing with Ed was we started off, and I think at the time it was literally like we had to get 1 HQ and 2 troops, and then the next time Ed set was right, okay, you need to add an extra 200 points, and it's got to be either an elite or a heavy or something like that. So so you can sort of choose what you want. That worked quite
really
well.
Good. It really good fun. It really spurred us on, didn't it, to get into the Heresy.
So try and do something like that.
Definitely, 100% definitely do that. There was a question I just missed,
I might get on that,
and I can't remember what it was. That's a good point. Oh yeah,
actually.
That's a very, very good point.
Bear with us. Both looking at technology.
Now if I click on this to read the comments, I'm going to go to our own live stream. Got it.
Right.
Have you muted it?
Comments. Oh, it's saying 0.
Oh, okay, brilliant. Your PC's absolutely awful.
Well, it is streaming like 15 things at the same time.
That is true, actually.
So, we missed that comment. Oh, got it.
Oh, there you go. It's in the
you
chat bit there. Look, hang on. Scroll up a bit.
That's the last one. This one?
Really dislike the Horus Heresy books with Dark Angels in so far. Yep, same here. Probably one of the worst ones. Do you think the Warhammer 40k fluff is going anywhere? Started getting into the Age of Sigmar lore, and it's amazing. I hope so. I think it needs to move on a little bit. Is it there yet?
The 40k fluff.
Yeah, the 40k fluff. Do we think it's going anywhere? It depends. If they want to bring back more Primarchs, they're going to have to move it on. But we've got Magnus, we've got who else? We've got Magnus, we've got Mortarion, and we've got Guilliman. If they want, and they need a loyalist, because 2 traitor, 1 loyal. Yeah. We need another loyal Primarch. So they're going to have to move the fluff on forward a little bit to enable them to come back. So yes, I think so. Would it take massive, great big leaps? I don't know. Kind of hope so, because it is fun and it makes for great content for battle reports.
Yeah, I think maybe next edition you might see the clock tick a little bit closer to midnight.
Oh, they've already moved that clock forward, didn't they? If we do hit midnight, then boom.
New Heresy. I think what we could see with Heresy, how the books are going at the moment, is from what we knew, like when we were growing up, and with like little snippets before the Heresy was expanded out, you knew that, you know, Sanguinius got killed, you know, trying to delay Horus, and you know, and the chink in the armor is what gave the Emperor, and all that sort of, you knew all that sort of stuff. Are they necessarily going to follow that as canon? Because they haven't with other things, have they? They've changed backstory of lots of other things.
That is controversial as hell. You cannot then go, oh, the Horus Heresy wasn't canon.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, what's stopping them from changing their own products, really? Because that's what it is, to sell models at the end of the day.
It is a business.
You know, I mean, I had Necrons when I first came in, came back into the hobby, and then Necrons were kind of like soulless androids and stuff like that. And then the next edition of the Codex, it's all like Egyptian, and the backstory has changed quite a lot. Yeah. And they've done that with some other Codex. I can't really think of any off the top of my head, but you know, there's been quite a lot of the backstories to, and it seems like in each iteration of the Codex, they'll remove something out of the fluff that they didn't like and they'll rewrite it slightly. So you could see them actually, you know, doing that with the Horus Heresy, depending on, well, you know, was there proof of death for Sanguinius? We saw a corpse, or we saw him lying prone.
He's dead.
We saw him lying prone.
No, he's dead.
Do we know he's dead?
Yes. Sam's Ferrus Manus, he's dead. Basically, your
Ferrus Manus.
Your
I'll give you Ferrus Manus.
Sanguinius could come back.
Sanguinius could come back. I mean, there has been rumours, hasn't there?
Yeah, there has been for quite some time about Sanguinius coming back.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, like, they could alter your perspective.
They could change the timeline. Okay, yeah. I'll get that. There was
not necessarily change the timeline. Just, you know, you think that this guy died because that's what you've been led to believe for now. But now that we're really drilling down into the detail of it, he was mortally wounded. However, we went and stuck him in a containment thingy like we did with Guilliman, and oh look, he's better.
Guilliman.
I'm pronouncing it absolutely perfectly. I know I always get picked up for saying stuff wrong, but Guilliman is exactly how it's pronounced.
No, it's not. There's a question in there while I go do listen to audiobooks. Yes, censor Horus Heresy novels.
Audible, mate. Get Audible. It's the best thing ever.
Yeah, the Horus Heresy audiobooks are fantastic. Yes, I listen to censor. If you have a look at my Horus Heresy Ultramarines army, and especially through the painting videos, the Road to Calth, you'll see that I've done a Breacher squad, and that Breacher squad have all got red helmets, and that's down to censor. That's all down to that audiobook, is the fact that they are all the red helms, and the audiobooks that come after, where there's a squad of them with the red helmets, that is that squad, and I love them, and they've inspired me to do that, and that was where I got my inspiration from, to do the red helms, and I love them to bits. So, anything else? It's pronounced Gilman. It's not. It's Rebute Gulliman.
No, it's not Gulliman. It's Gilliman.
It's not Gilliman. It is Gulliman. Listen to the audiobooks. It is Rebute Gulliman.
The audio books get it wrong as well, because...
Oh, here we go.
No, they do, because if you listen...
Here we go.
Right, okay. Cataphracti armour.
Cataphracti
armour, yeah. So, in some of the audio books, they refer to it as Cataphracti armour, yeah. But some of the guys...
Gilbert.
Some of the guys call it Cataphractii.
Yes, which is wrong and sounds stupid.
But is it? Because it's got 2 eyes on the end.
No, it's Cataphracti.
But it's got 2 eyes on the end.
It's Cataphracti.
Cataphractii.
I think I was sitting in the audience of the Horror Society weekend, where somebody asked that question, and they just turned around and went, "Shut up! Stop being stupid. It's Cataphractii." Okay, fair enough.
Tell your guys that are reading your audio.
And I think that might have been Tony that said that. Yeah, head of Forge World and Specialist Games and all.
Yeah, there we go.
Definitive. Right. How often do you guys live stream? This is our very first one.
Yeah.
Maybe our last. No, not really.
No, we'll probably do this quite often now, I guess.
We'll probably try to, definitely.
Once a month, maybe.
Yeah, one of the things we're going to
aim for it.
What we're going to try and do is do one where I could be at home doing it, and then Robin can be here doing it. Save me driving and sitting next to him because he is sweaty. Please don't fart. So definitely, I think this is the thing that we'll definitely do going forward. Maybe, like we said, once a month, and then we can get loads of questions coming in.
And what would you guys want to see if we're going to live stream something?
Yeah,
you can't just do a Q&A every It's like, so we're live streaming.
We could do, to be honest. There were a lot of questions. There's been a lot more questions than I thought there would be.
We've probably got a couple more live streams of Q&As in the questions
to be honest,
we've got here.
You have said, I mean, I do have a Reaver Titan sitting, so we could do a build. We could do a live stream build along.
We could probably do stuff like
quite
that.
easly. Whether it be on YouTube and Twitch at the same time, or just Twitch, or just
the
YouTube, one or the other. Don't know.
Yeah, one or the other. Yeah, monthly recap on last day.
Quick. Okay. I suppose what have we got planned? Just a quick one before before we wrap up and finish the live stream is what we got coming up. There will be a new battle report out this Friday,
thanks for the comments, guys.
Which is me versus him, and it's Admech versus Orcs. Good battle report.
I'll probably get lots of things wrong.
Probably. Great fun, a really good fun game, and that'll be out this Friday. Normal time, about 7 o'clock UK time. And then this weekend we are off to Southport, which is about 2.5 hours.
So excited.
2.5 hours drive away. We're stopping in a hotel. And we are at the Northwest Open, which is the fourth Northwest Open, I think. I can't even remember. Third Northwest Open? At the Wargaming store up in Southport. And
fourth. This is my third.
Yes, that's right, because you missed one. I went last year.
Disneyland Paris.
That's correct. And it's about 60 people taking part. It's a 40k tournament. It's not narrative. It is ITC. So there's going to be a lot to smash your face in. This idiot is taking knights. I'm taking a fun Ultramarines list because
it's not fun.
I'm just turning up and having a laugh.
It's not fun.
No, it probably isn't
just
fun.
Bad.
It probably is a bad Ultramarines list.
Just take your Orcs.
No, I can't now. Submit my list. But yeah, so that's what we've got coming up. There will be a video of that weekend coming up as well. Obviously, we're now sponsored by Element Games.
Still going. I've had a bath. Yeah, we can bollock off for
we can just talk for freaking ages.
We'll be here tomorrow.
We need to go up to Element Games. We need to go see the guys up there. We've still not had a chance to go up and see them yet, so we do need to go up there and sort that out. It'd be good to take John with us.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. So when all three of us are free, we'll definitely head up to Stockport, just outside of Manchester, and we'll go to Element Games as well.
Yeah, we'll let you know when we're going up there. So if you want to meet us,
if you're up in the Manchester way and you want to come up and say hello, well done, geography.
Stockport. I've got Southport.
Southport, Stockport. They are two different places completely. One's Liverpool, one is Manchester. And then we'll probably get to Warhammer. We'll probably get to Warhammer World at some point as well, and get some games in there. Which is always good fun. So if you're at One World and you see either of us two idiots walking around, feel free to come over, say hello. And at 112 minutes long, almost 2 hours, I think it is time to say goodbye because I've got to drive home and I've got work tomorrow morning.
I haven't.
Oh, you're on holiday all week, aren't you? I literally hate you. Manchester and Liverpool aren't the same place. Oh, God.
They both speak funny.
Wow. No, they're not. They're both lovely places. They're both great places. I've had good nights out in Manchester and I've had good nights out in Liverpool. They are brilliant, but no, they are most definitely separate. So thanks for watching, guys. Thank you for all of your comments. Thank you for all of your support as well over what is the last 4 years of this channel. Big congratulations to our winner of a 10,000 subscriber giveaway, and I will message them shortly just to let them know that they've won. Thanks to all the guys on Twitch for watching and keeping with us on there. Thanks for watching Twitch. I know it's kind of weird having two cameras. It's so strange. But yes, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great night, and thank you again. Keep an eye out for the content, and we'll definitely do this again. So thank you, guys, and we will see you soon.